So we are here today with the proud founder and owner of Fitrition, Mr. Joel Baez. And so what makes today very special is that he has been out 90 days out of prison. And he is here to share with you some of his successes and some of his struggles and possibly some advice, and his life is his testimony, because anybody that has to go through prison and comes out and starts doing well, and man, that speaks for itself in volumes. So, why don't you just tell us who you are real quick, brother? Give us
PvP style?
you can do PvP style. You can choose to do regular.
Alright, I'll do regular right now.
All right.
My name is Joel Baez, and I'm the fitness coach for Fitrition Fitness Solutions.
Okay, very good, very good. And what's your slogan?
My slogan?
Yeah.
Fitness Solutions.
Okay, all right. So, being that you have now been out 90 days, what have you accomplished?
Wow. So the past 90 days, I really accomplished a lot. Since I've been out, first it was a little struggle because I went looking for a job and everything like that, and I found a job, but it wasn't something that I was passionate about. Every day I was working a 9 to 5. Just wasn't passionate about it, and I felt like giving up and everything like that. So since I've been out, I quit that job and I ended up starting my own company. I went straight to it after the first month. From there, I had a little trials and tribulations as well, starting the company, because I was new to being a businessman. But now, at the moment, right now, I got a good, how do I say it?
Clientele?
Yeah, I got a good amount of clientele right now. I started at my garage, as you can see right now from all the videos I post, and it's been real successful so far, and it's coming along pretty good. It's only the second month, or going into the second month, and I have about 9 clients, and it's going pretty good right now. So I'm very grateful for that. So the past 90 days, I can say I accomplished getting my business, being successful with parole, also getting myself financially right by trying to fix my credit score and things like that as well, but also fixing my family relationships as well and helping them. So those are a few little things that I've accomplished, and I'm still going to accomplish a lot more in the near future. This is just the beginning of everything that I'm doing.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, what has been the easiest thing that has been possible since you've been out in this 90 days? What was the most easiest transition?
That's a real good question. Easiest one. Let's see. Easiest transition.
Eating, maybe?
Oh, that'll work too. Well, the easiest thing I could say probably for me was just baby stepping my way and taking care of the little goals, like my relationship with my family as well, and just like being able to spend time with them and actually see what the problems were going around in the household and kind of fix little things like that. So I feel like I was a good, coming out from prison, I had a good positive spirit in me, and it rubbed off on my family as well. So I feel like that was a lot easier than I expected, because I really thought it was going to be a struggle, but it's actually turned out pretty good for me.
Very good, man. So, on that note, when it came to returning to your family, do you feel like when you went through PEP and Leadership Academy and you learned about being a servant leader, which is pretty much being a follower of Christ, do you think that helped you in the process of becoming a leader in your family?
Definitely. When I first started PEP, I always had leadership traits, but I always used it in the wrong ways because I was involved with gangs and things like that, and I always been a leader in that aspect of it, but it was real negative. When I got introduced to PEP, they showed me how to use them leadership qualities, but in a positive way. So the last, year before I got released, if it wasn't for PEP, who knows how I would have came out. I probably would have came out with that same prison mentality, or worse, you know. So if it wasn't for PEP, I wouldn't even be here starting my own business. You know, it probably even if I did, it would have been a struggle because it gave me a lot of tools that I took from in there. Not only that, but like my character as well. I came out real positive with a good positive attitude. They washed away my cursing and things like that. I had a real bad habit when it came to cursing, and they eliminated that out of me as well too. So there's a lot of things I picked up, the Toastmasters, public speaking, and it helped whenever I was starting my business because I'm always real introvert. So when I was going through the Toastmasters, when I came out here to the real world, I was able to go to door, knock on people's doors, and actually try to promote my business, which was a struggle for me because I have to step out of that comfort zone. PEP makes you step out of that comfort zone. So no matter what it is, when you're in that classroom, they're gonna pick on you. They're gonna make you go on fun, do Toastmasters. They're gonna make you dance. You're gonna step out of your comfort zone. So that was something when I came out of here, I used to think in my head like, okay, just remember when PEP you did a lot of stuff that you didn't want to do, which is worse. Why be afraid to go to door and knock on people's door and promote yourself? I mean, you're a leader anyway. What's the worst they can say is no. So I came out here with that same mentality too. So PEP was like a big impact on my life. And I love it to this day. That's the reason why I stay in contact with PEP. I'm always going to be with PEP for the rest of my life. They help me out. The resources is great. The brotherhood is great. I mean, it's not much you can. It's not much you can ask for. Like it's just great. It's a great opportunity.
Okay. So let's get back on track a little bit. So, what was your hardest struggle?
My hardest struggle was when I first came out. I had this plan to start my business, but I messed up and I went into trying to work a 9 to 5.
Okay.
So that's when things got complicated because when I was working, I knew this wasn't something I wanted to do. So I kind of got scared a little bit and started my business, but then eventually I just said, you know what, I took that leap of faith and I said, I'm gonna start my company. I'm gonna just try. Worst that can happen is I fail. I'm already at the bottom, so I feel I'm just back to square one where I started anyway. I'm fresh out of prison. What's the worst that can happen? So the struggle was trying to get myself known throughout that month or two that I was released, because the first month I didn't have anybody. I was driving to Brackenridge Park 30 minutes for nothing, and I was sitting there waiting for people, even though I was sending out flyers and things like that, but it was a struggle. Then I had to see what was working and what wasn't working, so I had to get feedback from clients, see what the problem was, and then what happened was I switched up my whole game plan. I decided, you know what, the parking was gonna work, the distance sucks, so I came over here. I said, you know, I'm starting my garage. As soon as I started my garage, my business started to pick up. So I feel like that's where I was struggling at, but I was able to correct it.
And that was the turning point, right?
That was the turning point.
Okay, very good. Now, let's see here. What is your next step?
Oh, my next step right now, I'm saving to move out of this garage because I'm limited to the space. So right now I have nine people that I'm training at, right now, but eventually, if everything goes as I plan, within 3 to 4 months, hopefully by like October, I'm expecting to move out and get about 2,000 square footage, and I want to rent to own. So hopefully, lease to own, and hopefully take off from there, have enough space, and then I can start having more clients and offer my services to them. So that's my next step, is to move out.
Okay. Any other goals or aspirations that you're
Oh yeah, I got a lot of financial goals too. I want to fix my credit score. That's another thing I'm working on, is fixing my credit score.
What about education?
Oh, education as well. I'm glad you reminded me too. So tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to reapply for my transcripts, and within a week they should send me my transcripts again, and I'm gonna sign up for Northwest Vista College, and I want to go and further my education in the fitness industry. So tomorrow, that will be my next step. So from there, and obviously save up, get my savings account up there, my emergency funds, and start opening up a retirement account. But those are long-term goals,
okay,
like little things that I'm planning for in the future.
Okay. Very good, man. And so, is there any advice that you would give to others that are also going through the same process, like coming out of prison or maybe people that are suffering from addiction and they're trying to get clean, whatever it may be, whatever struggles somebody may be facing right now, like what advice could you give them?
Well, if there's anybody out there struggling right now, one thing I can say is stay positive and stay focused. Whatever your plan was when you was in there to when you come out, stick with that plan. Don't do the same mistake I did and I fell short. Decided, you know what, I'm gonna push my plan aside for a little bit and try to do something else and maybe come back to it. Whatever it is, stand firm by your word and come out here and stick with your plan. So if you know you want to come out here and be a personal trainer or do whatever it is that you have planned, stand firm by it. Also, keep that same mentality you had. As long as it's something positive, don't come back out here and try to go back in the street, because obviously it's not worth it. You see where it got you at the first time. So just, best advice I could say is stay out of trouble and surround yourself with positive people.
Very good, very good. And just for the record, so when you were going through this program called PDP and Leadership Academy, is there anybody that you particularly remember that maybe pushed you out of your comfort zone, maybe had you dancing or lip syncing or anything like that? Does anybody come to your mind when you think about that?
Yeah, well, the person that's recording right now, Michael Galloway, he's trying to make me lip sync, and that was probably one of the hardest things. I couldn't do it. I tried, but I didn't try. I was actually kind of frustrated, but you know, I was real uncomfortable with that situation. They wanted me to lip sync in front of the whole PDP classroom, which was what, like 80 people, 90?
But what did you do at a Cinco de Mayo concert that I can
recall? Yes. So, and this was when I first got there too, to that unit. So he wanted me to, what was it, like a speech, about a five-minute speech in the Cinco de Mayo event that we had in the facility. And he wanted me to speak about Puerto Rico and my heritage. So I went up there and I had to do everything. I had to go up there, dance my way to the stage, and talk about Puerto Rico to about 200, maybe 300 people.
350.
350 people. I had to talk up there on stage for about 5 minutes, and I did pretty good, but I was super nervous. Somebody had to come up here and dance with me up to the stage because I was too shy to do it by myself. But that just shows you how stepping out of your comfort zone can help you in the future.
Very good, brother. Well, man, we appreciate your time, and then I hope that this video will reach out to people, and that it will also help you become more successful. And it's been an honor and a privilege to have having served you. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Thank you.